like to introduce the presidential candidate, Ossama Nasrallah. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. Firstly, we'd like to ask a simple question. What makes you different from the other candidates who are running right now?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, I thought they want to ask me that question in the debate, but they didn't ask me this question. As I'm a first-year student, this really gave me the passion, like, to think about a lot of stuff, that what's going on in the university. Well, like, I realized some small stuff in the university. I don't think others may realize it. Like, when I used to study in the quiet area in the third floor, I used to see people who have laptops. They just need to sit next to the window. Why? Because they need plugs. That's a problem. Like, no one, I think, like, notes it or something like that. So we need to work on this, like, I think, in the future. Other goals, our library, like, we can design our library in a better way, as I have been seeing a lot of libraries at other universities, like in New York University in Toronto. I was there like 3 months ago, and in Dalhousie, we can make some decorations in the library, like motivating stuff and coming from the wall and papers and stuff, which can enhance the study area. And that's one of my goals, which my posters, like, I have them under my posters. And my other candidates, they have a lot of experience. I can't say no that they have been in Thesmujournal for like 2 years and they have been working with them. But what I think is, if they know that this thing, they have tried it before and didn't work, they won't try it again. But I'm still new. I will try. Why is it working? Give me why. But they won't even try. But with me, I think I can try and ask other students, like, let's try together to make this thing. So that's what I think.
Also, in light of the recent university tuition fee protests, what role do you think that funding plays in the lives of students? And if you were elected, what would you do to help acquire funding?
First, the tuition fees is actually a really big issue in the whole province. Like, it's not about us or about any other university. Like, we can't say, I can't, like, a lot of students, when I go to them and be like, I'm running for president, be like, would you decrease the fees? That's a big thing. Like, we can't even, I would be lying if I would be like, oh yeah, vote for me and we will work on it and we will decrease the fee. Because that's the big thing, not even with the university, with the government. So I think funding is a really good thing for students. As we see here, like, students are working really hard, like, just to be able to study in the university, and they are taking loans and stuff like that just to be able. So it will be a really good thing if we give more fundings, like more scholarships. We only give scholarships for people who get 3.7 or on the team list. No, we have to give like even more for talented people, not only soccer or football or basketball people. We have to create something new that students may like and may apply for it to get a new scholarship. That's what I think.
Great. And lastly, St. Mary's has been labeled as an international university with a diverse cultural mosaic, but in recent times it's been cited as weak in advocacy for representation when it comes to gender and sexuality issues. I'm just going to ask the question again. St. Mary's has been labeled as an international school with a diverse cultural mosaic, but recently it's been cited as having weak representation when it comes to gender and sexuality issues. Do you think the diversity of St. Mary's population is equally represented? And how do you plan to improve representation as president-elect?
Actually, what I think is, in all universities, you will see this different things like happens as issues, as sexuality or stuff like that. Some people will like it and others won't like it from their side of thinking. Like, other cultures may don't like what's going on, but they have to go with the stuff. But I think in St. Mary, there is that equality in representation, like, as we can see different sexuality, like, and they respect all. And that happened when, like, 3 months ago, when there was something in Spring Garden, or in downtown actually, which is what's called, for the sexuality thing, I think, there was something, and St. Mary did a huge truck, and all Thesmujournal did it actually, and they went with, what was it? Is it spreading something? It was something about the sexual thing, and we were supporting them. Like, we were showing that yes, we are equal with them, and in the future we can work in this stuff by trying to make this difference, like, doesn't show this difference. in a way like we make everyone respect each one from the beginning. We can't keep everything going and then we come to a point and be like, no, you have to do this or this. And as we said, it's all like with societies and this stuff. As we are in Simusa, is if I got the president, the only way to solve stuff, it's with societies. Because societies, you can't control all the students who are going. You can put a leader here, leader here, leader here, and count all the students in a societies. That would help us a lot, like to control the university and the students.
Well, I think you answered the questions very
Thank
well.
you.
Thank you for coming out.
Thanks. Thank you
Good luck
again.
on your campaign.
Thank you. Thanks.